It is not raids.
It is not raids. Why not? Why
Because
not
raids are aids.
Holy shit! Holy shit! What the fuck is wrong with you?
Bangkai.
After this epic moment, DE Pablo dropped this tweet sharing more context about why raids will probably never be a thing again. I will give you the TLDR for you illiterate scum. 1. Raids have always had a very small player count like Conclave but is much more demanding to maintain, making them theoretically not worth the trouble. 2. The general Warframe player base is essentially a bunch of spineless cowards with negative brain cells. These were not Pablo's words. I am paraphrasing. 3. Providing meaningful difficulty would require balanced nerfs that players will not respond well to. Now here are my thoughts. First off, Pablo is not wrong, and I am elated to get such a direct and concise explanation, something that we begged for just a few years ago. And this is also the reason this video was made, because more Tenno need to hear this. Yes, raids were awesome. Yes, it was fun to do them with friends and celebrate naked on a beach when we succeeded. However, the fact remains that most of Warframe players are not looking for that sort of challenge when playing Warframe. Many, to be frank, wouldn't succeed anyway. I do not say that to be harsh or edgy, but let's be honest. Most of you cry about everything if you can't one-shot everything and beat an objective without using your head a bit. Do you remember the Nihil boss fight? Or when nightmare missions had friendly fire? Or the recent Folly Farm? Literally every time something remotely challenging comes around, you lot cry about it. Hell, the only reason you do not do the same about Archimedia missions is because you can cheese them with meta bullshit builds. But you know what? I can accept that. And so should all the elitists. There is nothing wrong with enjoying Warframe for what it is. A power fantasy. Over the years DE has tried to give us challenge here and there, but even they realize that it isn't viable with the average Tenno. That being said, I would say the only question is this. How can we establish something that feels similar to raids and gives a high? I think it may be a misunderstanding among DE themselves. Raids were never good or fun or desired for their raw difficulty, but rather for the team coordination. The fact that your average gamer struggles to survive a Polydorus on Mercury as Revenant without gloom subsumed is why raids felt hard to the player base. A raid game mode in today's Warframe would have to focus on team coordination, punishment for stupidity, and timing. For example, if an Nihil swings a big sword at you at 1 mile per year and you stand there and let it hit you, then you deserve to die. I think you get the gist of it. All in all, I do not believe it is not possible to have raids. And I also do not accept the low player count as a reason to not bother making raids. Technical limitations are valid. But if Conclave can exist, Lunaro and Frame Fighter get to exist, Nihil mechanics, prestige rewards, rotating missions for Archon hunts, sorties in the 2 Archimedia modes, then surely there is a place for modern raids. Someday. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. Now leave your ideas in the comment section so I have something to laugh at. Sayonara losers.